3 a.m. So yeah, hold nothing against me. It's not my fault. Yeah, I'm gonna play around with the speakers and stuff, so give me a minute. Okay, I probably should not be doing this without earphones. So, like I said, it's 3 a.m. I hope this works. I'm eating grilled cheese sandwiches in the middle of the night. This is literally the equivalent of being drunk for someone like me. So, anything I say, please don't hold against me. Please, please. That's all I'm asking. So, I thought I'd say some weird facts. To just kind of fill the time, because I'm kind of sad right now. I'm kind of lonely. I'm 20 years old. I think God cursed me. Honestly, I think God hates me because it feels like He's taken away pretty much anything that made me even the least bit happy is gone from my life. I'm going through what I call a after high school midlife crisis, which is literally, you know how when you're in high school and they tell you to plan out your life and you're like, oh, okay, and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that and do that. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. That those plans they give you and they tell you, you know, what are you gonna do with your life? What are you gonna become? What's your job gonna be? That kind of crap. Yeah. But what they don't tell you is how hard it is once you get out there in the world. And your parents try to tell you. They really do. They try really hard to tell you. But, you know, when you're a teenager, you really don't want to listen. I think my biggest mistake was I wasn't prepared for college. So I wasn't prepared for life at all. Honestly, it's just, you know, that time in my life when everything feels like crap. You know, I hate myself. I hate my body. I hate everything about me, pretty much, I guess. I'm just gonna start on my Nite Munches because I can't find the last one I have. So I forgot the button. And just kind of fix that in a minute, but whatever. I'm a perfectionist. If something goes wrong, I freak out a lot. I mean, a lot. Like, a freak out for me is like, take medication, you need to calm the fuck down. You know? 1 minute, please. So, I get that to play on loop. I don't know. I miss my stepfather, who died 2 years ago. I still miss him a lot, and a lot of times I get mad at myself because I feel like I loved him more than I did my mother. Even though when my mom first married him, I hated his guts. I feel really bad for the way I treated him. But at the same time, I don't feel that because I feel like Marcus didn't hold it against me. You know? I feel like a failure a lot of the time. Like, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and it hurts. You know? I'm a germaphobe. I literally cannot get anything on my hand. I'm so germophobic. I freak out. It's so bad. Oh my god. You would not believe what happens to me when I get stuff on my hands. I have a lot of panic attacks and suicide attempts that I don't tell anybody about. I keep a lot to my family because I feel like I can't talk to them about certain stuff, so I don't. I just kind of keep it to myself and it hurts. But I feel like it's better than having this awkward and weird conversation and getting into these fights trying to defend stuff when everybody's stuck in their ways and they don't care what you think. You know? I love gay people, if that was not already obvious by some of my past podcasts. I love gay people even though sometimes they do make me uncomfortable, but I think that's to be expected. I have crushes on girls I don't tell my mom about. The weird thing is I have fantasies about sleeping with a girl, but the idea of actually being in a relationship with another female, oh god, it creeps me out so much. I can't do it. And so that's what happens. I hate my uncle. I love my aunt sometimes. But sometimes she's so frustrating because it feels like Christina's on a completely different level than I am. And this brings me back to feeling like I'm a disappointment to my family because Christina's only 3 years older than me, and yet she's accomplished so much more with her life. And I feel like I'm just this big pile of shit. If that makes sense. I feel like a big pile of shit. I am literally against taking my pills. The idea of chemically altering my brain freaks me the fuck out. And plus, I take 15 different pills, and that's not even including the quantity of each pill. You know, that's just one pill each. And some pills I take 3 or 4 of. I'm supposed to a day. And it freaks me out, and I can't do it. I'm not very good with people. I used to be great with people. I used to make friends everywhere. But in recent years, you know, I've just become really socially awkward, and it's hard for me to get out there and do what I want to do when I feel like this freaking body of mine is literally holding me back because I'm having to make special allowances for myself when really all I want is to be normal, you know? I don't know I think that was my mother's candle. It makes me want to cry sometimes. And sometimes I do cry bad and I feel sorry for myself and I'm in a world of self-pity and I hate myself. And then I get up and I wash my face and I go to bed and I sleep it off. Generally when I'm angry, I don't stay angry long, and I think that's a bad thing. Because it feels like the anger just goes lower. It doesn't just go away. You know what I mean? Like it just kind of sinks beneath the skin when it needs to be released and dispersed and it needs to be gone. But it doesn't do that. There was a time I wanted to be a YouTube star, but I was like, no, everybody wants to be a YouTube star now. I need to do something else. But really, it's because I don't like being in front of the camera. I'm fat, and my skin's all blotchy, and I feel like if I'm in front of the camera, everyone can see it, and I don't want them to see it. Honestly, I don't want anybody to see how really fucked up I am. And it scares the living shit out of me. The idea of being in front of a camera where people can see that. You know what I mean? Sometimes I wish I had siblings. It gets lonely when you live with your mom by yourself. Sometimes when I make stuff in the microwave, I'll wrap them up in napkins and stuff. Because I'm afraid of the mess. And that goes back to being a germaphobe and being a perfectionist. That's part of it. I don't like school. At all. I mean, I hate it. I honestly, truly hate it. I hated it in high school, I hated it in middle school, and I hate it now. And I do not like the idea of going to college. But I went anyway. Because it was expected of me, even though I didn't want to go. I don't know what I want to do with my life. I'm like freaking honest with you. I don't know. You know, and I can't just tell that to my mom because she's already trying to put me in a freaking group home and put me in these life skill classes so she can get me out the house by next year. And sometimes I don't talk to my mom simply because I'm afraid of the way the conversation's gonna turn out, because a lot of times the stuff my mom says, even if it's unconscious, even if she's not doing it on purpose, it hurts. I mean, it literally is gnawing at that part of me. I have a mini breakdown every time me and my mom get in a fight. Because I don't like fighting with my mother, even though a lot of people seem to believe that. I hate how people are always taking my mother's side as if I'm just this horrid child demon thing. Oh my god. It's horrible. My life sucks. I hate it so much. Let's see. What else? I talk to people. Not real people, like characters I make up in my head. I literally have conversations with them. We speak our own language. I dance around and move in my room, and a lot of times I get caught and I like freak out and fall over or something. Because I don't want people to know I'm talking to inanimate objects and things. Living in a fantasy world, because it seems weird. I mean, it's not like I believe there are other people in the room and there are different voices in the room. I know the voices are coming from me, and I know the people are not actually there. But it feels a lot better than just staring up at your ceiling all night wishing you were under the stars instead of in a house. You know? What else? on Valentine's Day, my mom had whiskey in the kitchen, right? And so my mom had plans for Valentine's Day. Now keep in mind, my birthday is literally the day before Valentine's Day. And so when she went on a date, on Valentine's Day, I just kind of felt sad. And so I went in the kitchen and I got out the sparkling grape juice. It's literally just Welch's grape juice. You know those bottles that kind of look like wine bottles? Yeah, that. I got that and I put it in. I poured some in a glass and I took the whiskey and I poured I poured as much as I dared into the glass and I just kind of drank it down. And I wanted to drink the whole bottle, but I said to myself, if I drank the whole bottle, she would notice. Now keep in mind that I'm 20 years old. So that is illegal for me to be drinking. But that night, I really wanted to get drunk so bad because I just felt really sucky. I hadn't talked to my boyfriend in a while. And honestly, I'm scared that my boyfriend might not even be alive, And the thing is, I feel really pained about that because a lot of the times I feel like I should have done more than what I did do. I should have tried harder. And I was holding on so tightly to this relationship. And I loved him so much. And if he's dead, the last thing I said to him was something that started an argument. And I don't know if I'll be able to keep going if he's not here. The only thing that's literally keeping me here is the hope that he's out there. He's still out there. He just won't talk to me right now. He got me through high school. Without him, I just fall apart. And I'm already falling apart at the seams. So there's that. Let me see. I actually don't cry a lot. I feel like I'm a person repellent because nobody really talks to me. And then the only time people really talk to me is when I ask them what's wrong and they've got something going on. And I literally take their pain inside of my body. And it just kind of weighs me down. But I keep doing it. And it makes me sad, that I feel like I don't have any real friends. There, I said it. I feel like I don't have any real friends. People I can count on when I need to talk to somebody. Someone that's real close and knows everything about me. I've never had a friend like that. And it makes me sad, And if you can hear me chewing, that's just because I'm eating grilled cheese. So yeah, the main reason I held on so tightly to the relationship I have with Sky is not only because I love him, but simply because he was that person I could talk to about anything, and he wouldn't judge me, and he wouldn't get upset with me, and he wouldn't yell at me, and we wouldn't get into this huge fight over our differences because we accepted that there were differences between us. Like me, I the idea of having a bi boyfriend, you know? Bring another guy in, have a little fun, you know, just weird stuff, you know? And if the guys want to bring in another guy, then I'm willing to bring in another girl, and we can have fun together, you know? Go figure. And so over the years, I've just finally accepted that whoever I end up with, that's going to be who I end up with. I'm just hoping and praying to God that it is a man. Because if I had to pick between a man and a woman, I would just choose a man. Because women, they just seem like too much drama. Don't judge me. I'm just, I'm being honest. Women seem like they're just too much drama. And I ain't one for the drama, okay? Let's just put that down right now. I'm not one for the drama. I've got enough drama of my own. I don't need your drama on top of my drama. And plus, I can hear the guy. I'm 5'5", and I'm in a wheelchair. What guy in their right mind would go off and say, my girlfriend's abusing me? They take one look at me and look at him and like, how the hell is she doing that? I wouldn't abuse him like a faithful tap or something, but I wouldn't just haul off and start beating his ass, But yeah. So, I'm pretty depressed. My mood is apathetic. I'm watching YouTube videos every day. I'm not really doing anything. And I feel like I'm just kind of floating along and I don't know what direction to go in my life right now. And it literally feels like people are trying to push me out into the world, and I'm not ready to be there. I'm not planning to be in my mother's house at 30-something years old, but I don't want you pushing me out like that either. I don't appreciate it, and I don't like it. I mean, you're trying to put me out in the world I'm not ready to go out into. No. I'm not planning to be here for the rest of my life. Don't get it twisted. I'm not planning to be in my mama's house till I'm 30-something years old. I plan to be married by the time I'm 30-something years old. But I'm not ready to go anywhere, so stop trying to force me to go. Just kind of let me laze around, for God's sake. Just kind of let me laze around and do whatever the fuck I want to do for a little while. And hopefully somehow I get my life together, because right now my life is shit. It is true and honest to God shit. Because I hate everything about it. I even hate my body. Sometimes it's literally like, it feels like I'm not in the right body, and my soul doesn't feel the limbs correctly. Like, it's like I'm wearing a suit that doesn't fit right. That's what it feels like sometimes. And I'm always in pain. And then my mom's like, take your pills. I'm like, who wants to take all these goddamn pills? Really? Who wants to take all these goddamn pills? I literally have a pill for everything but the depression. I literally have a pill for everything. Every fucking thing. So, if you guys are listening, thumbs this up. I could really use the support. Knowing you guys are listening is just great. It makes me happy. So if you're listening, just thumb it up, leave a comment, whatever. Guys, I'm doing this for myself. And sometimes I wish I wasn't. Sometimes I wish people were really listening. But I'm just gonna, do what I have to do. And I'm on a free account, so that means I have limited space. So I'm not gonna be able to do a podcast every week. I don't think. I'm going to try. That's all I can say. I'm going to try to do a podcast every week. You know, maybe 2, maybe 3. I'm going to try. Guys, my memory is terrible and I'm horrid at keeping a schedule. So just keep checking back. You know, whenever you see a new podcast, listen to it. Because I never know when I'm going to want to do a podcast. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Why the fuck would I want to do a podcast at 3 something in the morning? I don't know. You don't know. I don't know. So just keep checking back. You know, you never know when I'm going to make a new podcast because I don't know. You know, when inspiration strikes me, then you'll know. You know, just keep checking back. Leave comments. Like up the podcast. Follow me on Twitter. Send me a message if you followed me on Twitter. Please. Tweet me if you followed me on Twitter from my podcast. Tweet me. So I know, because I be getting followers and I don't know where the fuck they come from. I don't know these people and I think it's weird that they're following me. So if you follow my podcast from here or anywhere else you hear my podcast, hit me up on Twitter at NiteSky49. That's Night with a capital N and Sky with a capital S. Hit me up, ladies and gents. Good night.